From the outside, this might look like a pretty ordinary pole building or shop, but on the inside of it, we had something built underneath our pole barn slab that sets our building apart from most others. This is the root cellar beneath the shop. Now down here we have onions, honey, some nice potatoes in a basket, and last but not least, some lotion in a basket. All right, let's climb on down. 32 inches by 32 inches. That's about the dimensions of the hatch opening that we see right here. Kind of hard to climb with only one hand. If you guys are wondering, I'm about $24,000 in on this build right now, and there's been different parts of the build that have cost, different amounts. So I provide a full cost breakdown if you're interested to know what this whole thing cost me. So down the ladder we climb, and basically it is an underground root cellar. This is it. This is my cellar, my root cellar, my cold storage room, whatever you want to call it. Basically what we have here is a 7-foot long by 7 foot wide by 7 foot tall concrete box. And that's pretty much it. Now, in order to make this so it could safely exist beneath the slab of my shop, I had to have it structurally engineered from a local company, and it had to pass a whole permitting process, and so it's safe. It was built pretty well. I kind of had a contractor who was a knucklehead, but that's for another story. But really, it's perfect. It's not huge. It doesn't need to be huge, but it's perfect for cold storage. Really quick, I don't know if you guys can see that. We're sitting right at 40 degrees right now. Now, if you guys have any suggestions, basically they had to put 2x12 joists in here for support. Now, if you know anything about a root cellar, high humidity is the thing. If you guys have any idea of what to treat these 2x12s with, let me know. Drop a comment down below. Now, if I were you guys, I would 100% be thinking, that, sir, that is not a very good lid. That's not very structural. That is not very insulating for a root cellar hatch lid. And you're completely correct. Now, to get the root cellar to actually pass the permitting process, which it still hasn't yet, I need a hatch cellar lid that will structurally support the weight of a vehicle, which makes sense, right? It's basically kind of right in line with my garage door opening of my shop. And so the lid needs to be custom fabricated. So let's talk the ultimate build and the design of the cellar and the costs associated with it. I'll kind of wrap it all up into one story, if you will. So the root cellar, again, 7x7x7. And I kind of came up with this idea as we were kind of designing our shop, and it just kind of came to my mind, like, I've always wanted a root cellar. Maybe we can try to put one beneath the shop. So I got a hold of a contractor that I was recommended to, and basically he told me that I need to reach out to an engineer and see if they can draw up some plans for something like this. And so I did, went to a local engineer company, and I kind of talked to them about my design. I drew it out for them, kind of had a whole idea in mind, and basically they told me, yes, to draw it up, we'll need a $750 deposit, and then at the end of the plans, we'll need a $750 final payment to receive the full plans. So for the full plans of the root cellar and the hatch, also, I paid $1,500 just for the plans alone. So the bid that I received to build the root cellar itself, what I kind of just showed you guys down below, was $17,600. Now that included excavating, concrete work, ventilation, which was a huge thing. If you know anything about root cellars, ventilation is very, very important to get it to work correctly. Now, what you want is a 4-inch PVC pipe coming in low in the root cellar that comes from a place like this. You can see this kind of right behind me. To my right, to your left, we have an intake, and so that goes down below to the bottom of the root cellar, and that brings fresh, cold air in. Now, in the root cellar on the top wall on the other side, there's an exhaust ventilation pipe. Now, that exhaust ventilation pipe goes over and comes out of the floor on a wall kind of over here, and I'll show you guys kind of on a different clip, and that brings warm air out. So what you want is constant air circulation, and that makes a root cellar work perfectly. And I had a really hard time conveying that to the contractor who did the root cellar. When he built this thing, he kind of just put the ventilation pipes wherever he wanted. He had no regard that I was building a shop. He literally put the ventilation pipes right in the opening of my garage door. So after he was done with the project, I had to come in, reroute them to the exterior walls on this side to get them out of my garage door opening. It was just kind of a giant nightmare. For the exhaust, he had it horizontally going to the very end of the shop building, about 40 feet, and there's no way that air was going to circulate. So again, I had to reroute the exhaust pipe to kind of get it out the wall, but it's better than how he had it. Now to go with the ventilation pipes, the intake and the exhaust, another important key attribute is that you want a bare earth floor. Now, in this design, I had the contractor do without a concrete slab or a concrete floor. And so really, it's bare earth, and then he put like pea gravel down below. And so if I wanted to, I could dig at the bottom of the root cellar and find dirt 7 to 8 feet down. Now having a bare earth floor is just a really good key attribute for maintaining a good and proper root cellar. It helps with humidity and it helps with keeping the temperature nice and cool. So all your veggies and all your fruits and whatever else you store down there, your wine, so everything stays nice and cool. The contractor basically started with a 10-foot wide by 10-foot long by 10-foot deep hole. I think they dug that thing for a couple of days, and it was a pretty impressive hole. And then once the hole was dug, they started just kind of building the form up slowly, and then once the form was built, they poured concrete, and within probably a month or two, the root cellar was essentially done. Basically, for the roof of the cellar, basically you have the 2x12 joists, if you will, and then there's pressure treated 3/4 inch plywood on top of those, and then they did a hand pour of a 4-inch concrete slab on top of that. So basically, it is an 8-inch concrete slab right here or wherever the root cellar is actually located within the shop. Now again, the root cellar itself cost $17,700. The engineered plans for the root cellar and the hatch door opening, $1,500. The permit to even apply for it cost me $1,000. It was actually roped in and included with the actual build of the shop, so the shop and the cellar. Permit was $1,000, and then the hatch door that I'm having fabricated as we speak while I'm making this video is $3,500. Now, a brief mention on the hatch door. Basically, it's going to sit flush into here, into this 32-inch by 32-inch hole. There will be hinges on this side, D-rings kind of on this side, and then I'll actually put a little winch or a hand crank on the back wall behind me, and I'll be able to open the cellar by kind of cranking the winch or using the little Harbor Freight winch that I plan on buying. And then it should kind of open like so, and then I'll be able to close it just as easy. Now that video will be coming probably here within the next few weeks. If you guys want to see it, be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow along. So really quick, let's talk electrical in regards to the root cellar. So as you can see in this wall right here, we have a 1-inch stick of conduit coming out. So that 1-inch stick of conduit is actually coming out right there. Or is it? They didn't really leave me any meat to get a coupler into there. It's like they forgot they were putting these 2x12 joists around the perimeter of the inside of the root cellar, I guess, and they completely cut it off. All right, you guys, that is pretty much it. Right here we have a root cellar that exists beneath the slab of my shop or my pole barn, and really it's a concrete box that's 7 feet wide by 7 feet tall by 7 feet long, and it has an intake for air, it has an exhaust for air, and the air just circulates really, really well down below, and then it has a bare earth floor that also helps with temperature control, moisture, and humidity. That's really all there is to it. Now, if I could go back again and change one thing in this build, I would make my hatch opening bigger. 32 inches by 32 inches, while it doesn't seem that small, I would at least go up to 36 inches by 36 inches. So the reason for that is because when I put the hatch in, it's going to eat up some of this interior opening, if you will. It's going to bring my actual space, my clear opening, down to about 26 inches. So that's really not that wide. Thankfully, I'm a pretty small and petite guy, and I should be able to fit and climb up and down with ease, so it's really not a big deal, but just something to keep in mind. If you guys are gonna do this yourselves, I would go 36 by 36 at least. Another thing, do some homework on your contractors. By the end of the project, my contractor who did the root cellar was really over it. I have ring footage of him going into my storage shed, grabbing tools, grabbing lumber, and just using it. And overall, I just really wasn't impressed with his work, as you can kind of see with a couple of things down below. Just do some homework on the contractor and don't make the mistake that I did. All in all, it's done, it's finished, it's functional. I'm not really all that mad about, but just something to keep in mind. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. Be sure to stay tuned. Here pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks, I'll be actually installing the hatch opening, and I'm hoping that will really help with insulating the root cellar down below. We should be able to keep an even cooler temp in my mind, and I'm really excited for the finished product, and I'm really excited to actually be able to pull my car in. So that'll be kind of nice here down the road. That's happening in the next couple weeks. If you guys enjoyed the video, again, leave a big thumbs up on it, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.